Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Well, you know, I love to geek out and look around the country and see what other states are doing as it comes to either stripping their citizens of its Second Amendment rights or protecting their citizens' otherwise inalienable rights. Occasionally, we come across a law that some state legislator is proposing, and you go, wow, that is amazingly stupid. And today is no exception. I think I may have found absolutely one of the dumbest gun laws I've ever seen proposed in the last few years. And that's saying something, because if you go back and you take a look at the history of some of the gun laws we have been tracking just in the last 12 months here around the country, well, there is a lot of insanity going on. So today, let's spend a few minutes, let's welcome a new state to the Washington Gun Law Club, and let's talk about, has Pennsylvania come up with the dumbest gun law yet? Okay, so what we're talking about today is Pennsylvania House Bill 586, and it is a doozy. Now, welcome to the Washington Gun Law Club, Pennsylvania. Let me explain how you end up getting a video done about your state by a channel called Washington Gun Law. Number one, you can either do something totally awesome where you are actually protecting your citizens' otherwise inalienable rights. And yeah, we love to do videos about that here at Washington Gun Law because, hey, you know, it doesn't happen very often. But the other way that you can get onto our channel, and there is a long, long list of states that have done that, is to do something so amazingly stupid that we have to spread the word, because candidly, your stupidity could easily spread to other states, and we need to warn people. What I am talking about is House Bill 586, currently kicking around in the Pennsylvania State Legislature. This is a piece of legislation that would require by January 1st of 2024, only about 7 months out, that all ammunition sold in the state of Pennsylvania, all ammunition sold in the state of Pennsylvania would need to be engraved with its own individual serial number in multiple locations. Let me say that again. Yeah, you heard me correct. The ammunition that is sold in Pennsylvania, each round of ammunition would have to be engraved in multiple locations with its own individualized serial number. And there's much more to it. Now, don't believe me, here is what the actual language of the bill reads. Title 18 of the Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes is amended by adding a section to read Section 6129, Encoded Ammunition. A. Duty of manufacturers to encode ammunition. A manufacturer shall encode ammunition provided for retail sale for regulated firearms in a manner that the commissioner establishes so that 1. The base of the bullet and the inside of the cartridge casings of each round in a box of ammunition are encoded with the same serial number. 2. Each serial number is encoded in such a manner that it is highly likely to permit identification after ammunition discharge and bullet impact. 3. The outside of each box of ammunition is labeled with the name of the manufacturer and the same serial number used on the cartridge casings and bases of bullets contained in the box. Okay, did you get that? Yeah, they gotta have serial numbers on 2 locations. Every box of ammunition would have its unique serial number, so I guess the manufacturer has to change out the serial number every, 50 rounds or so? But you know what? There's even more, because what happens if you have, a bunch of this old, out of style ammunition, the kind that every other American owns without serial numbers on it? What does the legislation purport to do with that? Well, you might be surprised, because this is what it says. Duty of owner to dispose of ammunition. On or before January 1st, 2024, an owner of ammunition for use in a regulated firearm that is not encoded by the manufacturer in accordance with subsection shall dispose of the ammunition. That's right. You are being ordered by law to dispose of the ammunition no later than January 1st of 2024. Now, of course, that's if this isn't enacted into legislation. And if it is, Pennsylvania, please invite me out late in the year. I know it's going to be a little cold out there, but we got a lot of shooting to do to dispose of all of that unserialized ammunition before the beginning of the year. Oh, and how do they plan on paying for this? Because, you know, this ain't going to be cheap. Well, that would be a 5 cent per round. Let me say that again. 5 cent per round tax, so that the state could then build a database of all the ammunition that they sold and the people who purchased it. Nothing unlawful about that. I'm sure that's not in violation of the Firearm Owners Protection Act of 1986 or anything like that. So, Pennsylvania, congratulations. Right now, you are in pole position for what may be the dumbest gun law proposed anywhere in a state legislature. Now, if you don't believe me that this is stupid, you should take a look at some of the problems that have come along with microstamping technology and the problems that California has run into that. Whether or not this is even technologically feasible, I'm going to leave to people who have a much better understanding of ballistics than I do. I do have a rudimentary understanding of business, however, and the cost of production, and I can assure you that no ammunition manufacturer is going to want to retrofit their equipment so that they can continuously change serial numbers on every 50-round batch of ammunition they run. It makes no financial sense. It would be easier just to cut the state of Pennsylvania off. Do you think, Pennsylvania, that might be exactly what your state legislature has in mind? Because that probably is exactly it. The bill, again, is House Bill 586. It's kicking around right now in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. We'll keep our eyes on this. If this thing actually grows legs, we'll probably do another video. I'm hoping it's going to die the miserable death that it deserves. Listen, you may have more questions about this crazy pace of legislation or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights. If you guys do, you should know how to contact Washington Gun Law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. That information is right there in the description box. In the meantime, let's all remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching, and stay safe.